Hey there, guys. What's happening? My name is Suman Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today, I want to speak to you guys about a quotation. I got this from this book, Tung Fu. Alright, so basically, what it was stating is, why do the people closest to us push our buttons? And the answer is, because they installed them. And somebody asked me recently, how do I uninstall these buttons? And I think that's a really good question, because it's not easy, right, to uninstall something. It's sometimes the software won't let you. And so it's very, very important to understand that the process of changing around your subconscious mind is not an easy process. We think it's this very quick thing, and we're taught to believe that. Like some kind of get rich quick, manifest in 30 days type of thing. Look, I understand that raising your vibration can make you manifest faster, and there might be some validity to that. However, start to understand what it is that you truly wish to change, uninstall, and rewire. Once you become aware of what is triggering you, what you're overreacting to, when you're going into this kind of replay mode of maybe you're reacting to a simple thing from a place of a past trauma, then you can actually take power over it. Okay, so the first step, very, very first step is to just recognize it. Recognize that it's happening. Maybe you're in a relationship. Let's say you're a woman and you're in a relationship with a man, and you're getting very triggered by a lot of the things that he's saying to you. And you're not ever getting why am I doing this? Why am I reacting so much to this guy? And you might not realize that it reminds you of the time when you were like maybe 4 years old, okay? Where maybe your father yelled at you or something like that in that one moment. And it's coming up through this random argument with this person. So it doesn't seem right there that it's kind of a logical thing to just like suddenly react or suddenly get triggered, right? However, all of these memories, all of these feelings are deeply repressed, they're deeply suppressed, and so it's really important to consider those things and consider those ideas, okay? So the first thing that you really want to do is, if you make an inventory of the different areas of your life and just write down the words that come up, and ask and tune into your body and ask yourself, like, what does this make me feel? What comes up for me when I hear this word? Okay, a lot of people are triggered by the word money. They don't ever want to bring it up. They don't ever want to look at their bank balance. They don't ever want to go there. Okay, why? Why is it? You might have a money story. Growing up, your parents told you, oh, I can't afford it. We can't afford it, unfortunately. Okay, and you start to believe that in terms of your own reality. Let's say you were an overweight kid, right? And you heard from somebody, you heard from a gym teacher, you'll always be like this. You're never going to lose that weight. Okay? And you're wondering why in your adult life you're finding it difficult to do that. Well, because you haven't processed that pain. It's become a pain body to you. You see, you're letting that little trauma or that little incident become your storyline, and you're interpreting it through your now moment. Get it? So the first step would just be to recognize it, okay? The second thing is whatever is happening to you and those people who are installing those buttons in you, let's say it could be a partner, it could be an uncle or a relative or a parent, it could be someone in authority like a teacher, all right? It could be so many people. Hey, sometimes it can even be your own son or daughter, right? There's no rules here. It could be anybody who is installing buttons in you. It's important to recognize that when this is happening, that you don't buy into that reality and completely absorb yourself into it. Okay, you've got to come at it from a distance, because the more you take it personally, the more you're going to put on that storyline. It's like you're wearing their version of the story. It's like putting a jacket on that they own. All right, they own it, but you think it's your jacket. So instead, you want to just observe it, understand they're trying to give you this jacket. It's like, that's not mine, sorry, that's not my jacket. You can have it. It's yours. You can keep that jacket. You see what I'm saying? So that's the mentality, really. Okay, so you want to observe, not get attached to that, not absorb what they're saying to you, okay? But at the same time being very, very compassionate to change around their vibration and energy, okay? So you want to change their frequency, essentially, is what I'm saying. So they're giving you negativity, if they're giving you pain, if they're giving you misery, if they're bad-mouthing you or telling you can't do this, look, you're going to have to gain such a belief in yourself that overrides all of that. All right, I'm going to tell it to you like it is. First of all, you want to be incredibly compassionate. They're in their own world. They're in their own universe that is different from yours, right? It's important to understand that. So when they're saying, why didn't you do this? Like, you're never here on time. You're always forgetting things. You're never doing this in the right way. Whatever they're telling you, you want to be like, you know what? You know what, Mom? You know what, Dad? You know what, brother? You know what, bro? You know what? Fill in the blank. You've been working really hard for this family, and I really respect that. And I'm very grateful for the fact that you're doing that, and I understand that I upset you right now, but it's okay, you know. I forgive you. I'll take responsibility for that. Immediately, the energy shifts. You get that? They're telling you something, they're yelling over you. Am I the best thing that's ever happened to you, or what? Like, come on now. Whatever vibration or energy or negativity they throw at you, you have to be able to be like Kirby, swallow it, poop it out, and make fertilizer out of that poop. Okay? That's what you gotta do. Really, I'm telling you. Because if you buy into that toxic nature of what is being said, you can't drink poison and pretend it's a margarita. You just can't do that. Okay? So either distance yourself from it for a while if you can, but if it is possible for you, get out of there, right? Get out of that negativity, but still acknowledge it and process it and understand and work through it. Don't avoid it just for the sake of avoiding it and not doing the inner work, because that's going to come up in various ways for you. It's going to sort of trickle into other interactions that you have. There's a whole, ballpark of things and symptoms that can come from that. So do the actual inner work, but also distance yourself from it when you can, okay? The fourth thing is to use binaural or subliminal entrainment, okay? There's lots of binaural beats online. Basically, you put in earphones or headphones, and it rewires your mind. I have a whole channel for this called Shells and Tones, as well as, I have some for the flow state on here as well. So, try and find, there are lots of great subliminal channels out there, shout out to all of them, Quadable Integrity, there's Sapient Medicine, there's lots of great ones out there, so I would definitely recommend those for if you really, really want to disrupt the subconscious things blocking you, okay? And really, really making it a habit for you to listen, right? It's just like not something you put on one day, once a week or once a month, and then your life is great, right? It doesn't happen instantaneously. It takes a gradual process to rewire your brain into that frequency or into that brainwave pattern. And slowly and slowly and slowly, once you can get there, once you can rewire your subconscious mind with all these subliminal messages, with all these things that you're actively doing to make your subconscious a lot more brighter, then you're actually keeping a maintenance, a system for yourself. And I did the Cosmic Code, which was this amazing convention this past weekend. And, one of the things that was a great takeaway for me is one of the instructors, Arash Divazar, he said that, self-talk is 100% of this game. It's not 99%, it's 100%. Talking to yourself is everything. So how are you talking to yourself? Are you talking to yourself in a limiting way? Because it's actually your interpretation of those buttons. You see, they have buttons installed in you, but you got to recognize where the glitch is, where the bug of the button is, right? What actually isn't working. And you've got to send some kind of a bug in there or a virus in there so it can disrupt the system of the button itself and makes it some strange code, right? Some strange HTML so the button disappears. So how do you uninstall it? You add little glitches into the button, okay? As you do that, but you recognize it's there, okay? They're poking it, they're prodding it with a stick, they're pressing the button. It's there, it hurts. But after a while, you become desensitized to it, so you don't even recognize there is a button. Okay, so don't numb yourself from the button. Allow yourself to feel it until it disappears. Feel the button, recognize that there is a trigger involved with this, there's some kind of thing involved with this. That's why I'm overreacting to it. And recognize that. The awareness of it will get you to take control and power over it. I hope this video helps you out. There's many different things I can say about this, but let's have a conversation further if you want to talk more about it, okay? Have an amazing day. May the flow be with you. And stay legend.